Hello everyone. It's Caleb. I haven't seen you guys in a very long time. I'm currently driving, so I was like, I got a 2-hour drive ahead of me. Might as well talk about some stuff and things, give an update about stuff and things. So I'm gonna. Now, you may be asking, Caleb, where are you driving to? Well, I am driving from Pittsburgh up to Erie, Pennsylvania. Now, you might remember Erie as seen in such films as Erie Lake. Very scary lake. But up there's a metal concert, and it is 2 bands. Convictions is opening for War of Ages. Now, never seen Convictions before. Love their music, love their sound, everything to do with them. So that's going to be interesting. I've seen War of Ages a couple times, all of them at Soulfest. I don't think I've seen them outside of Soulfest, but Soulfest was a festival held up in New Hampshire. A whole bunch of different bands of different genres came, and, our family camped out and, basically went every year. So I hadn't seen them since then. Probably 2016, 2017, I think. Whenever For Today stopped being a band, I think that was the last year that they played and the last time I saw them. So I'm heading up there right now. It's just me. There's no friend, there's no Maya, there's nobody to accompany me, so it's just ya boy Solo, Caleb Solo, nephew of Han Solo. Never mind, that was stupid, forget that. But yeah, there's been a lot of things that have happened since the last update, quote unquote, of the channel, or the last podcast, for those of you that have participated in listening and or watching that on various platforms. But let's start with the basics. I had a kid. I have a beautiful daughter named Lua, and she was born a couple months ago, back in June, and it is right now September 15th, I think. So it's been a bit of time since she was born, trying to adjust to the whole parenting lifestyle and everything. So time is a big factor when it comes to participating in hobbies, and that includes podcasting and YouTube. That's why I haven't made anything. One, because the editing software I had was kind of being all funky and stuff, and so I haven't really learned DaVinci that much, but I plan to. I'm still sitting on an Airsoft video that I made with my brother Luke back in July. Oh my lord. Backlog of videos. And video games are basically non-existent in terms of YouTube video production making. So what's actually going to be happening is I'm just going to give a little update of what happened in the last 3 months. I'm still working at Amazon, still making the bucks, delivering packages to the peepsoles of the Amazonia. So nothing's changed on that front. But I mean, Lou's been great. I mean, she's growing fast. She has a bunch of really cute outfits. We take her on places, and we go places, and we do things, and that's pretty cool and exciting and fun and stuff and things. What else is going on? Some family members have visited in that meantime. My mom has come twice. She came with my dad and sister at one point, and then right after that, Luke, famously known as Luke from the Super Soda Bros podcast, and his wife Christine, also famously seen on the Super Soda Bros podcast. they came to visit right after. And then this past week, my mom and my grandma came. We call her Nona because she's awesome. My mom and Nona came, and they stayed with us for a bit. Obviously to hang out with us and see Lua, but Mom was participating in this Tough Mudder event, which is like an obstacle race, an obstacle marathon, if you will, if you've never heard of such a thing. But this one was an all-nighter, so you started at 7 p.m. and you had until 7 a.m. to finish. Now, you could do all sorts of stuff. You could do as many laps as you wanted. You could do a short lap, medium, long lap. But let's just say that the shortest lap was 5K. So that's like a little over 3 miles of running and obstacle diving and stuff like that. So my mom shot for 20 overnight. So you got to do all these obstacles, and if you can't do an obstacle, then you get punished, and you have to do some kind of like physical activity to make up for the fact that you couldn't complete that particular hurdle. But so she was awesome. I helped out a little bit with the setup and making sure that she was all set in her campsite, because she did camp out. Obviously, it is overnight, so I helped take care of her in that regard. I prayed with her. I sent her off. You know, I filmed and took pictures of whenever I saw her. But I did have work the next day, so I did have to head home pretty early. Otherwise, I would have stayed the night and, you know, hopefully, you know, given her whatever she needed in case she cramped up or whatever. But honestly, like, I can't even imagine attempting to participate in that. There were some people who did 60K, which is like dozens of miles, and that's insane. I can't believe people would do even like the minimal amount that you have to do, let alone go above and beyond and basically, you know, run across an entire state. But so anyway, so she did that, and yeah, I mean, this whole month is jam-packed. Maya went to the Aerosmith farewell tour, the Dream On tour, and she had a blast. She's been a fan of Aerosmith for a very, very long time, and so she had the opportunity to go see them finally once in her life, and unfortunately, it is their last tour. They are ancient. I can't even believe that they're touring and singing and playing instruments, let alone, you know, even surviving at this point. But Maya said it was a great time and she had a blast, so that's awesome. That's an amazing experience. And next Saturday, I am playing an airsoft game at my local field. I say local, but it's like an hour away, so I don't know if that means it's close or not. That was basically the time it took to get to the closest field when I lived in Connecticut. There are closer fields around Pittsburgh, but they only do airsoft sporadically, like once a month, which is kind of lame and poopy, because who plays paintball anymore? It's all about airsoft, baby. Anyway, so my local field, they have a free weekend every season. And by season, I mean like literally, like I think they just have one in spring and one in fall. And so they're having a free weekend. Anybody can show up. There's no fee for participating. I think normally it's like $15 or $20. So it's really not that big a deal, but it does encourage people to actually come down and play, especially younger kids or people that are interested in the hobby and being like, oh, I wonder what that's all about. And they are like, oh, it's free. I'll come on down and give it a shot. You do still have to like rent your equipment if you don't have goggles or a replica gun or BBs or anything like that. Like obviously you still have to pay for all that, but registration is completely free. So as a late birthday event, because my birthday was back in August, I'm going to that, and I roped one of my friends into coming with me. One maybe two people are coming with me. So even if both come, it's both of their first time playing. So it'd be interesting to see how they like the hobby and how the day goes. So that's coming up next week. I'm super excited, super stoked. That's more airsoft footage that I have to download and edit. And oh my goodness, it just keeps getting worse. I still have stuff with my brother that I have to do. Thankfully, those are short. I think we played like 2 or 3 15-minute games when I played with him. But this upcoming event, bruh, it's literally all day. Now, well, let me take that back. It starts at like 10 and it goes until 6. So it's kind of all day. Kind of. Including driving, it's for surezies all day. But it's going to be a blast. It's going to be fun. Hopefully we can like stay the entire time and get our money's worth, which means free. It's literally unlimited value. Now, maybe 2 people will come, but maybe it's just 1. I only have a spare replica weapon for 1 of them, so if 2 come, it might be a situation where they rent some equipment and they just split the cost and, like, you know, shuffle the rental and my spare gun back and forth. So it's kind of fair, because it seems kind of poopy to be like, oh yeah, this one person, you one friend, completely free. You know, no charge, literally $0. Other person, pay for all your crap. It's like, I don't know if that really sounds right. So if that happens, we'll do that. But I think it's just going to be 1 person. So that'll be fun. That'll be the whole day. What else is going on in the life? In October, our family typically goes to this cowboy ranch called Riding High Ranch in upstate New York. We've been going since 2003, pretty much every year. I think they took like a year or 2 off because of COVID. But other than that, like, the family's gone every year, and it's been increasingly trickier to get the entire family there just because of the life, and all of us kids are adults and we have jobs, and, you know, with me and my brother Luke, we live out of state from where the rest of my family is, so it's kind of hard to coordinate all that. And I actually haven't been back since college, so it's been going on 6 years at this point, I want to say, because I remember I got you know, an excuse to go from my professors, but I think I had to do like some kind of like makeup homework because I had to like skip a test or something like that, and like I had to do like some extra credit activity to make up for that, but they knew that I was going somewhere, so it all ended up being okay. But yeah, it's been literally, you know, more than half a decade since I went. Maya's first time, you know, because, you know, I met her in 2018, so she never even knew of, you know, the ranch, you know, obviously, because, you know, it's pretty small. There's not a lot of people that go. So she and Lua will be going with all of us. Christine is coming with us. And yeah, so it's gonna be fun. Like, literally the whole family. This is crazy. Like, all of my family members have jobs. All my siblings, my parents, everybody has like responsibilities and everything. I have a job. Maya has a job. Lua doesn't. Lua doesn't have a job, but Lua is a baby, and she is existing, and she is surviving and thriving. So she basically gets a free pass. But other than her, you know, we all have adult stuff going on. So it's really, really awesome that everybody can kind of come and participate in the ranch. We're going to ride horses. We're going to go, I mean, hopefully people bring bikes so people can bike in the woods. They have an indoor recreational area where you can play like tennis and pickleball and basketball. We have spike ball. We're going to be bringing spike ball. That's going to be really, really cool and fun. We recently got super into that over the last couple family gatherings. Frisbee. I don't know how well we're going to play, because I think we'll have like 7 people sit. Well, we might be able to play 4-on-4 if we grab mom or dad. That would be pretty cool. That'd be pretty swish. Anyway, so that'd be cool. What else? Yeah, I mean, they have decent food. They have their main lodge, like their main like hangout area, burned down a couple of years ago, and I haven't been there since that happened, so it'd be interesting to see the new setup of things. I think they built some new houses for people to stay at, a whole bunch of different upgrades, like really, 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 really cool stuff. So definitely pumped for that. You know, Maya hasn't ridden a horse before, so I'd be interested to see how she reacts to that and to testing that out. There's different levels of rides you could go on. Anything from a walk to a full-on gallop. I literally, in the entire time of us going, I've only tried more than walking once. I did a trot. So every 10 minutes or so, your horse would kind of like, you know, skip. They would trot. for a little bit, and I just found that so annoying because you be pounded into your saddle just because of that's how the horse was throwing you up in the air and coming back down and everything, and that was not fun to me. The main draw of horse riding is to just experience riding a mount and looking at the woods. This is upstate New York. It's gorgeous up there. So imagine going on a hike, but instead of a hike, you're on a freaking horse. So super chill, super relaxed. I love horseback riding. So let's see how that goes. Lou is not going to remember a dang thing, but that's totally fine. The first year we went, my second to youngest sibling, Naomi, was a year old, a little more than a year old. So it's that same thing of how much are you actually participating? But no, it's going to be super cute. Lua is going to, be wearing cowboy clothes and looking all cute and stuff. Very fall, very festive, good vibes all the way around. The only thing that we're missing is one of those really white flat hats that that fall ladies wear in the fall with a scarf and a pumpkin spice latte. That's the only thing we're going to be missing, honestly, and I think we need it. I think we need Lua to identify with the most basic white American woman in the fall aesthetic. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we'll just do overalls and a cowboy hat. That would be super cute and awesome. But really looking forward to that. Other than that, there's not really too much going on in the current state of things. But I felt like it was kind of time to explain some things of Caleb, why are you absent from the channel? Well, kids will take up a lot of time, and like I said earlier, it's hard to find the time to participate in hobbies and get out YouTube videos and stuff, and podcasts and whatnot. So they'll come back. There'll for sure be videos. I'm already planning on releasing airsoft videos from various times. I'm planning on releasing more video game videos because I still do play video games. It's just tough to dedicate a time and being okay, I'm gonna play and record, and have enough time to actually make a YouTube video. So all that stuff is normal. That's all coming back. That's all staying. Podcasting, obviously going to do more podcasts with Luke. Just got to find times to do those things. But yeah, no, don't worry about all that. It's going to happen. So anyway, I think that's about it. I'm gonna finish up this drive, and I'm gonna go watch Convictions and War of Ages, and it's gonna be a heckin' sweet, freaking good time, man. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching this and being updated and everything. Keep an eye out for airsoft. That stuff is probably coming out first before anything else. So I will see you on the flip side. Deuces.